Hi everyone, this is Moran from Crochet Objet Knitting. In this video, I show how I join these two parts, the tube of squares and the base on the Mili Bag pattern. I will link the pattern down below in the description box for you. And here I have the tube of squares joined, and I already made the single crochet round around one of the sides of this tube. So here this side will be joined to the base. Here I have the base ready, and I have 84 stitches around the base and 84 stitches around the tube of squares. But first, before joining these two parts, I want to mark the side stitches on both parts, and I want to show you how I do it. So let's put this base aside and let's start with the tube of squares. So first I want to fold the tube so that I have 3 flowers facing out. So I want to fold it just like so. And now I want to mark the 2 side stitches on both sides of the tube. So I want to place 4 markers next to me, and let's see how I do it. So first I want to mark the side with the single crochet stitches, yeah? And I want to take a look at this line of joining between 2 squares. And if I look at the top of this line where I made the single crochet stitches, I can see 2 side stitches, 2 stitches right on top of this joining line, and these are the side stitches that I want to mark. So 1 and 2, and you can see exactly what I marked. So this one and this one. So one side is marked, and now I want to mark the stitches on the other side. So I make sure I have 3 flowers facing out, and I want to mark the 2 stitches right on top of the joining line. So let's take a closer look. And I want to mark this one, this stitch, you see, these 2 stitches right on top of the joining line, and this one. So now the side stitches on the tube of squares are marked, and I have 2 markers here and 2 markers here, and I have 40 stitches between this marker and this marker, and 40 stitches between this marker and this marker. So I have 40 and 40, 2 and 2, so 84 stitches in total. And now I can do the same on the base of the bag. So here I already marked the side stitches, and what I did, I fold my work in half. I found the oval shape and located it and shaped it to be exactly an oval shape, just like so. And what I did here, I just fold the base of the bag, and then I found the side stitches and marked it. Marked both side stitches, and then I marked both side stitches on the other side. And then I count my stitches, and I made sure I have 40 stitches here between these 2 markers and 40 stitches here between these 2 markers. And I know I have 84 stitches here around the base of the bag and 84 stitches here around the tube. And now I'm ready to join these parts together. So for the joining, I used the same raffia yarn I used for the bag and a 4mm hook. It's the same hook I used for the entire project. And now I want to locate these 2 parts, one next to the other. I want to place a slip knot on the hook, I want to locate the working yarn underneath the work. And now I want to insert my hook under this loop, the top loop, right next to the stitch, the marked stitch. So the next stitch after the marker, I insert my hook from front to back, and then I want to insert my hook right here from front to back into the next stitch after the marker, grab the yarn from underneath, and bring it back through everything I have on my hook. And this was the first joining slip stitch made. So now I will join the next two stitches exactly the same way I did before, and it's exactly the same joining method I used on the squares and on my over the moon blanket. So I'll go ahead and join all the stitches up until I reach the corner markers. So this is how it looks, and with the markers I make sure the parts are located in the right position. So side stitches will be joined to side stitches on both parts. So let me go ahead and join these two parts up until I reach the corners markers, and I'll meet you back here to show you how I join the side stitches. So stitch by stitch, I almost reached the side stitches. This is the last one before the side stitches. And now I can remove these side stitches, side markers, sorry, and yeah, and I can go ahead and simply continue joining these stitches. So these side markers actually just help me to make sure I joined the parts in the right position. Yeah, and these are the side stitches joined, so I can continue joining all the stitches around until these two parts are joined. So now I'm at the last side stitches, last two stitches. I can take out the stitch markers, remove them, and let's see how we join the two last stitches. So this is the first side stitch, and on the second side stitch I want to take this yarn end into the back of the work so it's not getting in my way. Yeah. And now I'm ready to join the last stitch, which is a little bit tricky, but let's see. So I insert my hook into the last stitch over here, and then into the last stitch. Can you see the last stitch over here? It's right here. Yeah. Grab the yarn and pull it through everything on my hook. And yeah, now I can cut this yarn, leaving a little bit of a yarn end. Pull the loop all the way up. Yeah, let me grab a tapestry needle and I want to show you how I finish this round. Yeah, so first I want to give the short yarn end a little tug here. Yeah, and now I want to thread the yarn end onto a tapestry needle and I want to join it using the invisible join. So here is what I do. I insert my tapestry needle under the first stitch right next to this knot where we started. Yeah, pull the yarn all the way up. I don't want to see this knot outside, so I'll just hold it like that. And then I will go back to the last stitch I made and insert my tapestry needle right here into the middle of the stitch. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, pretty seamless, I think. And yeah, I will weave in the yarn ends later, but this is how it looks. And now we have the base of the bag and the tube of squares joined, and we have the body of the bag made, and this is how it looks. And yeah, this is how I join the tube of squares to the base of the bag on my Mili Bag pattern. I hope you find it helpful. And yeah, I will link the Mili Bag pattern down below in the description box for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.